Come thou long expected Jesus, born to set thy people free. From our fears and sins release us, let us find our rest in thee. Israel's strength and consolation, hope of all the earth thou art, dear desire of every nation, joy of every longing heart. Joy to those who long to see thee, day spring from on high appear. From the promised rod of Jesse, of thy birth we long to hear. O'er the hills the angels singing news, glad tidings of a birth. Good to him your praises bringing, Christ the Lord has come to earth. Come to earth to taste our sadness, he whose glories knew no end. By his life he brings us gladness, our Redeemer, shepherd, friend. See the riches without number, born within a cattle stall. This the everlasting wonder, Christ was born, the Lord of all. Born thy people to deliver, born a child and yet a king, born to reign in us forever, now thy gracious kingdom bring. By thine own eternal Spirit rule in all our hearts alone. By thine all-sufficient merit raise us to thy glorious throne. Red and green together be seen in the dark time of the year. Red and green together be seen in the time of dread and fear. Green for the thorn of the holly leaf that shines in candlelight, that holds the hope of the evergreen and glimmers in the night. Red and green together be seen in the dark time of the year. Red and green together be seen in the time of dread and fear. Red for the berry round and full, a drop of blood on snow, that shows us all humanity, the fruit from which we grow. Red and green together we seen in the dark time of the year. Red and green together be seen in the time of dread and fear. these rocky fields of black and white, demanding endless dawn. The mystic sun, it gives true light to raise the sleeping soil. Red and green together be seen in the dark time of the year. Red and green together be seen in the time of dread and fear. Red and green together be seen in the red and green together be seen. Red and green, red and green, red and green, red and green, red and green.
Well, welcome everyone. My name is Sky Kirshner. I'm the spiritual leader here at Unity of Kanawha Valley. We want to welcome you to our third annual Winter Solstice celebration. Woo-hoo. And as you know, it's a benefit for the Covenant House. So Ellen, do you want to come up and we want to greet you and say thank you for the work that you do, the amazing work you do, and we're so glad to be part of what you're doing.
Thank you so much, Sky. Thank you so much for having us tonight and for hosting this third annual event. We look forward to it every year. You know, in just a matter of hours, this earth will be aligned with the great central sun. Just think about that, in a matter of hours. The alignment is very much similar to the alignment you have with the spirit of Covenant House. You are our constellation of love and friendship and support.
Woo!
You have believed in us, you have been there for us, and it's with great humility on behalf of our community board of directors and our staff that we thank you. And we'll keep doing this work for the next 100 years, and we thank you.
Thank you so much. Well, I want to continue our celebration by thanking our ancestors. Solstice was a significant day for them. We modern people who live with artificial lighting probably have a hard time appreciating how our ancestors' daily lives were shaped and guided by the sun, the moon, the stars, and the sky. Without clocks or watches or smartphones, our ancestors were keenly aware and observant of the shortening and lengthening of the days. And of this day in particular, the shortest period of daylight and the longest night of the year. They moved Earth and created great mounds. That was their smartphone of that era. That was their technology. To move Earth and create great mounds and tunnels that would tell them when the solstice or the equinox were coming close. They would move rocks the size of cars. This was such an important moment for them, for our ancestors. They looked for ways to recognize, remember, and predict these days. Sometimes it's as if our own technology blinds us to our similarities with our ancestors and to the debts we owe them. This is part of the reason we've gathered today, to remember them and the connection that we have with them. Today in this celebration, you will hear a number of themes and motifs. We've already heard that in some of the songs. Light and dark, seeing and being blind, fear and hope, illumination and ignorance. These are the images of this season. You'll notice a tension, a fear of the dark, a running away from the dark, and then a turning towards the dark, an embracing of the creativity of the dark, as well as of the light. We offer this celebration with interfaith intentions. What is said of Mary is said of all mothers. What is said of the baby Jesus is said of all babies.
To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, 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 and a time for every purpose under heaven. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to reap, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to laugh, a time to weep. Help us out. To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, 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 and a time for every purpose under heaven. A time to build up, a time to break down, a time to dance, a time to mourn, a time to cast away stones, a time to gather stones together. To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, 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 and a time for every purpose under heaven. A time of love, a time of hate, a time of war, a time of peace, a time that you may embrace, a time to refrain from embracing. To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, 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 and a time for every purpose under heaven. A time to gain, a time to lose, a time to rend, a time to sow, a time of love, a time for hate, a time for peace. I swear it's not too late. To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, 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 and a time for every purpose under heaven.
A reading from Lao Tzu, the Tao Te Ching, number 1. The Tao that can be told is not the eternal Tao. The name that can be named is not the eternal name. The unnameable is the eternally real. Naming is the origin of all particular things. But free from desire, you realize the mystery beyond names. Caught in desire, you see only the names and the manifestations. Yet mystery and manifestations arise from the same source. This source is called darkness. Darkness within darkness, the gateway to all understanding. Is that one more?
A reading from Genesis. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. God saw that the light was good, and God separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness God called night. And there was evening, and there was morning, the first day. And on the fourth day, God said, "Let there be lights in the vault of the sky to separate the day from the night, and let them serve as signs to mark sacred times and days and years. And let them be lights in the vault of the sky to give light on the earth." And it was so. God made two great lights, the greater light to govern the day, and the lesser light to govern the night. God also made the stars. God set them in the vault of the sky to give light on the earth, to govern the day and the night, and separate light from darkness. And God saw that it was good.
This is my winter song to you, and the storm is coming soon. It rolls in from the sea. My voice a beacon in the night, my words will be your light to carry you to me. Is love alive? Is love alive? Is love? They say that things just cannot grow beneath the winter snow, or so I have been told. They say that we are buried far, just like a distant star I simply cannot hold. Is love alive? Is love alive? Is love alive? This is my winter song. December never felt so wrong, 'cause you're not where you belong, inside my arms. La 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 I still believe in summer days. The seasons always change and life will find a way. I'll be your harvester of light and send it out tonight so we can start again. Is a love alive? Is a love alive? Is a love alive? This is my winter song. December never felt so wrong, 'cause you're not where you belong, inside my arms. This is my winter song to you. The storm is coming soon. It rolls in from the sea. My love, a beacon in the night. My words will be your light to carry you to me. Is love alive? 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 Is love alive?
A reading from John. The Word became flesh. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with us, and the Word was us. This Logos, the Word, was with us in the beginning. Through this Logos, the Word, all things were made. Without it, nothing was made that has been made. In this idea was life, and that life was the light of all humankind. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome the light.
I've been looking for a long, long time for this thing called love. I've ridden comets across the sky, and I've looked below and above. Then one day I looked inside myself, and this is what I found. A golden sun residing there inside me, beaming forth God's light.
This is a poem by the Welsh poet Dylan Thomas. It was written for his father, who was in failing health and going blind. It's titled, "Do Not Go Gentle Into That Good Night." Do not go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Though wise men at their end know dark is right, because their words had forked no lightning, they do not go gentle into that good night. Good men, the last wave by, crying how bright their frail deeds might have danced in a green bay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Wild men, who caught and sang the sun in flight, and learn too late they grieved it on its way, do not go gentle into that good night. Grave men, near death, who see with blinding sight. Blind eyes could blaze like meteors and be gay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. And you, my Father, there on the sad height, curse, bless me now with your fierce tears, I pray. Do not go gentle into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light.
Watchmen, tell us of the night, what its signs of promise are.
Traveler, on yon mountain height, see that glory beaming star.
Watchman, doth its beauteous ray aught of joy or hope foretell?
Traveler, yes, it brings the day, promised day of Israel.
Watchman, tell us of the night, higher yet that star ascends.
Traveler, blessedness and light, peace and truth its course pertends.
Watchman, will its beams alone gild the spot that gave them birth?
Traveler's ages are its own, and it burst o'er all the earth.
Watchman, tell us of the night, for the morning seems to dawn.
Traveler's darkness takes its flight, doubt and terror are withdrawn.
Watchman, let thy wandering cease, hie thee to thy quiet home.
Traveler, lo, the Prince of Peace, lo, the Son of God is come.
In the bleak midwinter, frosty wind made moan. There stood hard as iron, water like a stone. Snow had fallen, snow on snow, snow on snow. In the bleak midwinter, long ago. Angels and archangels could have gathered there. Cherubim and seraphim thronged the air. But his mother only, in her maiden bliss, worshiped the beloved I were a wise man, I would do my part. But what I can I give him? Give my heart.
So if you'll circle around, I'll tell you the story of the darkest night of the year. It was the middle of winter, and the sun had grown very old. All the year long, the sun had worked very hard, rising and setting day after day. All year long, the sun had fed everybody on earth, shining and shining, giving energy to the trees and the flowers and the grasses so they could grow and feed the animals and the birds and the insects and the people. All the year, the sun's gravity held tight to the spinning ball of the earth and the twirling ball of the moon and the 8 other whirling planets as they traveled around and around and around until the sun was dizzy watching it all. Now the poor, tired sun could barely make it up in the morning. You know that feeling. And after a very short time, needed to sleep again. And so the days grew shorter, and the nights grew longer, until the day was so short, it was hardly worth getting up at all. Now, Mother Night felt sorry for the sun. Come into my arms and rest, child. After all, I am your mother. You were born out of my darkness billions of years ago, and you will return to me when all things end. Let me cradle you now, as I shelter every galaxy and star in the universe. And so Mother Night wrapped her great arms around the tired sun. And the night was very long indeed. And the children all over the earth noticed. And they asked their parents, why does the day go dark for so long? Won't the sun ever come back again? The parents said, the sun is very tired. And maybe if you children say thank you for the things the sun has done for us, the light may return to us in the morning. And so the children sang songs to the sun, and they thought about all the things the sun had given them. Thank you for growing the lettuce, and the corn, and the rice, and the wheat, the children said. Thank you for growing the trees, and the forests, and the seaweed, and the oceans, and the krill that feeds the whale. Thank you for stirring the air, and making winds that bring the rain. And the sun, still wrapped in the arms of Mother Night, heard the children. And every time a child said thank you, the sun began to feel a little warmer and a little brighter. And wrapped in the safety of the arms of night, the sun grew younger and younger. At last it was time for the children to go to bed. The old ones said, we will stay up and wait for the sun to rise again. And the children asked, well, can't we stay up too? The old ones said, you can try, but you might get very sleepy. The old one said, each of you can light a candle, because all fire is a spark of the sun's fire. Put your candle in a very safe place, and let it keep vigil for you as you sleep and dream of sunrise. And so the children lit their candles and put them in a very safe place, and each flame was a little spark of the sun's fire. Now in our tradition, we let the youngest person of the village bring the candle. This is Chase, he's 10 years old. The sun peeked out from between the arms of night and saw all the candles lit in the village. And the sun began to feel warmer still. And the sun saw more candles in more villages and lights. And the sun began to feel brighter. And the sun saw the fires lit and heard the songs and the dancing around the fires, and the sun began to feel younger, and so young that it wanted to move again and come out again. And the more lights the sun saw, the brighter and warmer and younger the sun felt. Early in the morning, the old ones woke the children. Together they climbed to the high hill and faced the east, the direction of the sunrise. They sang songs to the sun, ran around trying to keep warm, and then waited and waited to see what dawn would bring. Slowly the sky began to turn from black to indigo to blue. Slowly the sky grew light. Slowly a golden glow crept over the horizon. And night opened her great arms. And in a burst of brightness, the sun appeared new and strong and shining. Everybody cheered. The children jumped up and down. The sun has returned, the sun has returned. The people laughed, they danced, they sang to celebrate the birth of a new day. And then they went home and had breakfast.
to shine so bright that you burn, burn, burn away the night. You've got to be a light, got to be a light. And your love will clear a path through which all the wounded ones will pass. For it's the promise that was given when they sent you here. So you got to be a light, gotta be a light, got to shine so bright that you burn, burn, burn away the night. Got to be a light, got to be a light. And the hope will be a candle, so don't despair, it won't be more than you can handle. 'Cause it's the promise that was given when they sent you here. So you got to be a light. And the truth will be the knife that cuts through all the suffering and strife. 'Cause it's the promise that was given when they sent you here. Everybody, so we've got to be a light, gotta be a light. We've got to shine so bright that we burn, burn, burn away the night. We've got to be a light, we've got to be a light. We've got to be the light.
I can see clearly now all the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Oh yes, I can make it now. The pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Look
I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. Oh, it's gonna be a bright, oh, bright,
bright sunshiny day. Help us out.
it's gonna be a bright,
Bright sunshiny day.
oh, 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 it's gonna be a bright,
Sunshiny day.
it's gonna be a bright,
Sunshiny day. Play a little bit more. Sunshiny day. Gonna be a bright, bright sunshiny day. Everybody, come on now. Gonna be a bright, bright sunshiny day. Gonna be a bright sunshiny day. Gonna be a bright, sunshiny Voices are calling round the earth. Spirit is rising in the sea. Spirit of love fills the air, guiding my journey home. Where is the path beyond the forest? Where is the song I always knew? I remember it just around the bend. In the village, the music never ends. In a circle of friends, in a circle of sound, all our voices will blend when we touch common ground. In a circle of friends, in a circle of sound, all our voices will blend when we touch common ground. Voices are calling round the earth. Music is rising in the sea. The spirit of love fills the air, guiding my journey home. Here is the path beyond the forest. Here is the song I always knew. I remember it just around the bend. In the music, the village never ends. In a circle of friends, in a circle of sound, all our voices will blend when we touch common ground. In a circle of friends, circle of sound, all our voices will blend when we touch common ground. Circle of friends in a circle of sound, all our voices will blend when we touch common ground. In a circle of friends, in a circle of sound, all our voices will blend when we touch common. In a circle of friends, in a circle of sound, all our voices will blend when we touch common ground. In a circle of friends, circle of sound, all our voices will blend when we touch common ground. Thank you.
Ron, we have a lot of people to thank.
Yeah, we have a lot of people to thank. Let's see. I'll go first, Sky, and then you can jump in. First of all, I'd like to thank these fabulous musicians up here. I want to thank one at a time. Let's give them a big hand all together. And any of you are welcome to come up and join us for this last song. But this is let's give a big hand for Mark Atkinson on the guitar. Spencer Elliott on the guitar. The beautiful Devin Elliott on vocals.
Yes.
The beautiful Elaine Wine on vocals. How about Bare Bones, Bill Kimmons, Becky Kimmons, and Mark Davis? And of course, you can forget Ryan Kennedy on guitar. Woo! John Ingram on bass. And this year, we kind of scrounged around and came up with a substitute piano player, Bob Thompson on piano.
And last but not least,
did I forget somebody?
just yourself.
Oh, me.
Ron Soul.
Let's hear for me. Yeah. And also working very, very hard for you. Don't believe how hard he worked. Is Mr. Rich Hopkins on the sound, assisted by Roger Hager.
And I want to thank our readers, Sue Gillian, Megan Lyons, David Getman, Deb Meredith, who's doing the Facebook Live feed, Pam Hippler, and our incomparable bouncer, Jim Selby. Ellen Allen and all of Covenant House for the amazing work you do. And last but not least, I want to thank the sun. Even after all this time, the sun never says to the earth, "You owe me." Look what happens with a love like that. It lights up the whole sky.
And please give a big hand to the person whose brainchild this was, Sky Kirshner. Now, in true Mountain Stage tradition here, we're going to do a finale here, which we have not rehearsed. Because, you know, we want it to be in the moment. Recognize it yet? Now this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everybody, oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Sing it to me, Becky. Better hide it under a bushel. I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel. I'm gonna let it shine.
No, I'm not gonna
Hide it under a bushel. No, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Sing it to us. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Come on, Ryan.
anyone blow it out. I'm gonna let it shine. I won't let anyone blow it out. I'm gonna let it shine. I won't let anyone blow it out. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Come on, everybody. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine.
I'm gonna bring it out of the darkness, yeah.
I'm gonna let it shine.
Oh, I'm gonna bring it out of the darkness, yeah.
I'm gonna let it shine.
I'm gonna bring that light right out of the darkness, yeah. Now.
I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let's bring it home, everybody. Come on now. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine now. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Take us home, Bobby.
Let it shine.
Let it shine. Let it shine.
Let it shine.
Let it shine. Let it shine.
One more time.
Let it shine. Let it shine.
Oh, let it shine. Thank you very much for being here, and on behalf of one of my favorite organizations in the world, the Covenant House, who do the true work in this city. Let's give them another great big hand, and thank you for coming out tonight.
Thanks for coming out, everybody. Safe home. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. See you next year.
I wrote it.